Alright, how do you do, ladies and turds? Today was the PlayStation 5 reveal event. Pretty much, I think it was like last month. We got like that tech stream thing that was meant for developers, and people were kind of salty because that was only showing like what the PlayStation 5 can do, but it wasn't, that entertaining. Whereas this one for today, that's what was meant to be, show all the games, reveal everything, and here we go. See this beautiful beach, and it's like a, kind of a nice looking cell shading game. And I'm like, oh, what is this? This looks really cool. And then you see Rockstar, and I'm like, oh, it has to be Grand Theft Auto 6, right? It's been what, like 7 or 8 years? We actually went to GameStop, when the game was revealed, and we were standing there in line for the midnight release. It was a little weird to see, like it came out on the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and now PlayStation 5. Didn't they just finish like Red Dead Redemption 2? So I don't know how many people they have, to work on another Grand Theft Auto, but it was kind of a weird way to start, this reveal. Now, I haven't really played, the new Spider-Man game that was made by Insomniac, but I really want to because it reminds me of, Spider-Man 2 that came out back on the original Xbox. And I think it's a sequel. I believe it follows the character from Spider-Man Into the Multiverse, which is such an awesome movie. If anyone hasn't seen that, then go watch it. I guess if you want to see like what the PlayStation 5 can do, I guess, the racing games are an easy way to kind of show that. I'd prefer like a new Midnight Club or something. That would have been awesome. Then my brother was, excited for this. I thought it was like another remake or something, because we've been getting all these remakes left and right. First Crash, then Spyro, and now Ratchet and Clank. And I believe, people, they kind of want Jak and Daxter to get the same treatment. Like, that would be really cool. I'll have to give them a try. I hear they're pretty good. It's just, in the toddler days, I kind of just grew up with, Spyro and Crash, and then, Legend of Zelda, so I never got into those kinds of games. And then the next one over here says Square Enix, and I'm like, oh, it has to be Final Fantasy 16. Even the creatures here, like that giant one with the eyeball, kind of resembles like the, something you see in Final Fantasy. And then it was just said like Project Athea. I was like, what the turd? Like at first, the settings and everything, it looked like Tomb Raider, but then the character started running like full speed, kind of hardcore parkour, and I was like, what the butt is this? This looks really cool. The world went to turd. There's nothing but robots around, no humans, anything, and you play as a cat. I really want to try this one. It looks really derpy. You're just a little cat and you're exploring the world, kind of like an adventure game. Yeah, I wonder if like you can upgrade maybe your little backpack, you can fly around or attack things. I don't know. Or if it's going to be strictly like puzzle based. We're going to have to wait until 2021 to find out. Like at first, I was kind of bamboozled. I'm like, is this Silent Hill or something meets Alien? Like that would have been awesome. Plus, I like her eyes. The lady, she has like the same kind of like condition that I have with my different eye colors. It's called Returnal, which is the weirdest name ever. Like it's like urinal or something, like the name alone kind of threw me off. I'm like, what? Maybe it is going to be called something like, Alien Returnal or something like that. Like once we're closer to the release date, maybe they're gonna bamboozle you or something. Then you've got like that head crab looking thing. You've got her wearing like the astronaut suit. She's in like the sci-fi environment. Like everything I saw, it looked like Alien or Silent Hill in space. I wasn't expecting this, but we got a new, Little Big Planet here. I thought, wasn't the company, what is it called, Media Molecule? Weren't they working on Dreams? Hopefully people, fans here are excited because that's kind of cool. I've only finished the first one, but the game after that though, it looks really cool. It looks like a movie, kind of like how all the like different camera angles, and then the animation reminded me of Breath of the Wild. And then like the way, the character was fighting was also giving me like Breath of the Wild vibes. I really like those little characters, Spirited Away suits over here. It was really cute. It looked adorable, and I can't wait to give this a try. Oddworld Soulstorm. This looks awesome. This new one looks like they're going back to the roots of Abe's Odyssey, like the original. I like the visuals. They really upgraded it. You can really see that this is a next gen, Oddworld game, and I hope that it also comes to the PC. We didn't get a release date though. I know this has been teased before, like we got a little trailer or something, but we still don't have a release date. Now, Ghostwire Tokyo. The gameplay looks kind of like BioShock, meets like Avatar, where you have like the firebending, moves and like the airbender and whatever, as well as like Naruto. You're doing all these, jujitsu, like, hand signals and whatever. I still need to see a little bit more of the game, but it has like horror elements, so hopefully it really relies on Japanese like folklore combined with, whatever the turd is going on with these like firebending, Avatar moves. That would be awesome. I don't know how to read this logo. I'm hoping that this game maybe is a little bit like Spore 2, where if you're in your little, spaceship over here, you're exploring the planets and whatnot, and maybe you can like land on the planet and then, search around the planet too. Like that would have been really cool. Solar Ash from the makers of Hyperlight Drift over here. The visuals are really pretty. I hear the other game is awesome, and I don't know if this is their first like 3D or like third person kind of game, but like the running that the character did really reminded me me of Jet Set Radio, kind of like how smooth and like, you know, she was running on skates and stuff. Now Astro's Playroom was pretty much I think it was like a tech demo at first. Like if you had the PlayStation 4, you had those little robots in your controller and you can kind of like play with them and feel the vibration of the controller, the colors, and derp around. And then I think it turned into like a PSVR exclusive game, and people are saying that's one of the like best, like it got high ratings, and it was maybe the PlayStation 5 will have, you know, PSVR compatibility, or maybe there'll be like a PSVR 2. However, Little Devil Inside looks really cool. I really like the whole like cell shaded look. Not only that, but it kind of reminds me of Link to the Past or something, except if Link to the Past was maybe 3D or whatever, you know, like a Zelda adventure. The only thing that confuses me is like, do you play as both the adventure guy and the waiter dude? Maybe he's your dad or grandpa, you're just working for him or something. Next, you know, next thing I saw was pretty much like these trees, everything was colorful, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna happen. Crash Bandicoot here, right? I'm wearing the shirt. I was hyped. I was like, all right, like it looks like it could have been a Crash Bandicoot, like the next one. Maybe it was like cell shaded or something. And then you see these strawberries have eyes, and I'm like, what the thread is this? This isn't Crash Bandicoot. The hamburger has like a rock, and it's like a hamburger. It's like a creature. I guess the food you eat, you turn into what you eat. The people in the YouTube comments though, oh my word. The dislikes are like, you know, to have like a PlayStation 5 reveal, like I said, people are probably expecting next gen visuals and stuff. Maybe that's why they're disliking. I have no idea. So I think like, if was it last year or a few years ago, Bethesda, they pretty much, you know, they teased, they're like, all right, we have, you know, 2 new games coming out, Elder Scrolls 6 and then pretty much Skyrim in space or something. So when they showed like these giant mountains, I was like, oh, this is Elder Scrolls 6, right? Like, and then you just see like this dude hanging, you know, from what looks like these giant talons or something, like claws. And Pep's like, wait, is this like Dark Souls or something? You see these creatures coming out of nowhere, you know, like fire. You see like the Grim Reaper or something. You see this dragon. I guess it's a remake of Demon Souls, which I believe was the first game in the series, right? And I believe it's being made by Blue Point or something. I think it was the same people that made Shadow of Colossus. So I hear that, you know, the remake is awesome. I haven't tried it yet, and so this one is probably going to live up to the hype too. This next game looks a little weird. Like at first I thought it was like, oh, are we getting like a new Bioshock or something? Like the weapons, you know, kind of resemble Bioshock. The art style is a little bit Bioshock, you know. The animations were really cool, like the like intro sections and whatever, talking about the characters and whatnot. But then like it kind of looked like a generic multiplayer kind of shooting game. But as it went on, I was like, oh, this is also kind of like Groundhog Day, where like the dude, you know, he's like a sniper or assassin or something, and he keeps getting shot and he keeps coming back a million times. And then I guess you can either play as the dude or like this lady, the sniper lady, who's trying to take him out. And I'm wondering, is it going to be like single player where you play, you know, both campaigns separately, or maybe they're their own, you know, thing, it's like a new game plus thing? Or is it like a multiplayer where one character can play through the story as one person, and then the other character, you know, maybe online or something, can play through the other person? This next game, I was like, oh, is it finally happening? We didn't get Crash Bandicoot, but is this Silent Hill? Like, it kind of looked like it, right? Like, you know, you're in a forest, you know, you see this crazy old hag, and you know, see these different shots and whatever, horror themed. And I'm like, oh, is this Silent Hill? Are they finally doing Silent Hill? But I was like, wait, it's first person. Silent Hill is normally third person, even though Silent Hill 4, it had, you know, first person like elements to it. But I'm like, oh, everything here is telling me that it's like a next gen Silent Hill. And then they showed, you know, the game is called Village. I'm like, that's a weird name for a game, just Village. I know why they did it, like I said, the VIII, but it's just weird. It caught us off guard though. That's awesome. Pep and I, we were having a hoot with the remakes of Resident Evil 2 and 3. And so this looks really cool. I can't wait to play it. This next one, Pragmata, I don't know what to say about this game. Like the visuals are like, I'm like, oh my god, this is really pretty. That cat though, it's kind of giving me a heart attack. Like you can see through him, it's weird. You can see his organs, his like bones and everything is really weird. But I was getting like some kind of like Dead Space, you know, feeling. Like the character looks like Isaac Clarke. Even though I know EA, right? They bought like the company that made Dead Space and then they like shut it down. But like this is like, this looks like it could be another Dead Space. They even go to space, you know, like they go in there, they're on the moon and everything. And they have this like small girl with him. I'm guessing she has like some secret powers. When they showed her, they showed like that zoom in on the eye. I'm like, wait, is this Sega? You know, like Sega has their logo. It's like the exact same angle, the exact same shot. Finally, we got a sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn. So it's called Horizon Forbidden West. When I saw the first trailer, you know, like many years ago, I think it was during one of the E3s, I was like, oh, this is pretty much, you know, Sony's Zelda. Like I said, I love Zelda. Zelda, you know, Legend of Zelda, one of my favorite series. But can you imagine a Zelda that like actually utilizes the power of maybe a computer or, you know, like a PlayStation 4 or something? And I think Horizon was, you know, that answer. And like I said, I believe the PC version is coming out soon, so I would love to play it with PAP. My computer can't handle it. And so to see that it did so well that it's getting a sequel, and I believe it got DLC like last year, like that is cool. I'm guessing exclusive to PlayStation 5, maybe in a few years it'll come to PC too. That'd be cool. Those were the highlights for me. There was a few more things that they showed, but those were like the things that I thought were interesting. But now they were kind of teasing throughout the entire event, and like I said, this is the first time we actually saw it. Like, are we finally gonna get a price point? Are we getting a release date? But no, we only got what the console actually looks like itself. I think it was a month ago or something, or maybe a little bit ago, we actually saw the controller itself, and my first thought was, ew, this thing looks really ugly. Maybe it's just a color scheme or something, you know, maybe I'm just used to seeing like the black, you know, controllers. So it's nice, you know, that it all like matches in color and everything. I have a Wii U, you know, it's like black, it's a deluxe edition. I got the PlayStation 3 controller here. The Switch, same thing, black. Maybe it's just me, but like I like everything color, you know, matching. And so when I saw it was like kind of white, I was like, this looks kind of weird, I'm not really feeling it. And it'd be kind of cool if, where instead of the buttons being clear, it'd be cool if they stuck to the colors as well, but they were really like trying to emphasize like, you know, the haptic feedback. I think they were talking about it like when there's rain or something, you'll feel it in the controller. That reminds me of the Joy-Cons. I'm also wondering, can I connect this thing to the computer like with the Xbox controllers? They're native to Windows PCs. They also said that the headphone jack, you can have like 3D audio. I think the only thing that comes to mind is on the PSP. I actually played Corpse Party with my headphones on, and it said like it's specifically made with 3D audio, where you can hear, like let's say Last of Us 2, you can hear, you know, something coming behind you, and then you turn around and you're like, what the turd? And there's something, you know, sneaking up or whatever. The camera looks, you know, does it have two lenses because it's like a 3D thing? Or does it have two lenses because it's just widescreen or something? I wonder like what resolution that is too, or like what quality this camera is. But there's probably like an adapter or something someone's gonna make where you can use it for your computer. Now for the actual console itself, right, same thing, the color. I like all my consoles and everything to be the same. You know, the first thing I asked was like, can I actually put this on its side? And they showed a picture. Yes, you can put it on its side, like you can lay it down and everything, but can I put stuff on top of it? Like sometimes I don't have that much space. I have my computer here, and on top of it I have the Wii U console, right? And on top of that I put like the Super Nintendo or whatever. However, for the PS5 it seems like it's a little curvy or something. Like I don't know if that's possible. I'm guessing this design was chosen for like maximum like airflow and whatever, but it kind of does look like a futuristic, you know, it's like, whoa, what the turd is this? Yeah, like people are making fun of it, you know, it's like a router or something, whatever. But like I said, I don't mind, just change the colors a little bit, make it match. One version is digital only, and then the other version has a disk drive to it, right? I'm guessing that one's gonna be a bit cheaper. If it's by a $100, that'd be insane. I don't think it's gonna be that much though, maybe 50 or something. Having these two versions next to each other like that, side by side, tells me that maybe the PlayStation 5 isn't going to be fully backwards compatible like everybody wants. Like I would love to play PS2 games on that thing in HD, that'd be awesome. Or at least make a PlayStation 2 classic that actually runs smoothly or something, that'd be cool. The thing that's kind of bootleg is, let's say some grandpa or whatever goes to GameFlop, right? I would like the new PlayStation 5 system and the game. What happens when, you know, let's say they get the digital copy of the PlayStation 5 and then they get like a physical game? Does the game itself come with a code? Is there some way for it to get attached to your account? Or is that person and the toddler bootlegged? They can't put the disc in there if there's no disc drive. Like what happens then? So ladies and turds, that's pretty much it. Are you going to get this console? Are you going to wait? Do you like it? Did you like the games that were announced? Are you hoping something else was announced? Like I said, there were some leaks. Merchandise was kind of leaked out, I think early, some like online store or something, and it shows like a new design and everything. Crash Bandicoot, a new one is coming out, and so we didn't get that. We're probably gonna get it, you know, sometime soon, maybe this month, maybe next month. But I was really hoping for, you know, Silent Hill. Like this would have been perfect to Konami, you know, revive yourself, bring back Silent Hill. With that said though, thanks for watching, ladies and turds. If you want more of these, you know, videos where I just kind of talk about whatever was released, tell me down below. Or if you want to hear about my thoughts, then I will make those too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on future videos. Goodbye everybody. Goodbye.